clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome in to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Before we get going with this great interview, we would like to thank our sponsors that make it possible. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. We have Linda Allen, the Executive Director of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. Good to have you back in the studio.
Thank you for having me. I'm here. It's such a long time. That's the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce.
It is.
So
we were getting through that title every single time. But Linda, always good to have you in the studio.
Thank you
just
for having
generally, how's the new year been treating the Chamber of Commerce?
It's been busy. It's been good. It's been a wild ride. And is it February yet? Did we make it?
We made it.
Okay.
We have made it to February somehow. And you've already used the word Chili Fest to me.
Fest.
So I know things are going well over with the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce.
Never stops.
That is
It
awesome.
never stops.
It never stops. You got some cool things to talk to us about today. So let's talk about it. Scholarship Awareness Day.
Yep.
Tell me when it is and tell me what we got to know.
Okay, we got to know. We got to know that Scholarship Awareness Day is going to be held Friday, February 9th. From 10:30 is when we arrive till 11 o'clock. We are going to be hitting up the seniors, the Taylorville High School seniors, with all of these community scholarships that we have.
Wow.
Our job is to bring awareness to the fact that there is so much money here in Christian County just to give to the kids, to help them.
Yeah.
So we started this. I can't believe we're in our 10th year.
Wow.
Out of a lot of things, a lot of reasons, help out that poor guidance counselor.
Oh, right.
Help out the student. I mean, can you imagine?
That's a lot to keep in track.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So our goal was to find out really how much we can help. And how can we do that? We can organize and facilitate this day. We don't have a scholarship, but we collect the scholarships that are out there, and then we invite them to come present. And we actually line up the whole wall of the cafeteria. Last year we were on both sides.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So we, me and Elizabeth Hohenstein, actually, I reached out to her because she is, and I will say this all the time, the scholarship guru. Mm-hmm. So we brought back the notion of what we first did when we first started this is we took candy.
Candy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So we had buckets of candy, and you just sit there with your stack of scholarships, and the kids see the candy. Who doesn't like candy?
Of course.
And then they come up. The seniors do, and we get to educate them just a little bit. You have just a minute. $500. Why do you need the money? Go write an essay.
It's like
some of them are so simple. Yeah. And the hardest part is that interaction. We want to have the interaction with the student. We want that one-on-one. There is a lot of online, but the one-on-one is, you're always going to have to talk to people. You're always going to have to start a conversation, and it's amazing how good they are at this. So we are super excited. We actually had our deadline was yesterday for scholarships to be, I guess, entered.
Wow.
I will still take some, but we have a huge list.
Lengthy.
And this is just not all of them. I mean, there's so many different scholarships out there. There's even trade scholarships. If you don't plan on attending college and you want to go into like electrician school, you want to be like a construction worker, we need those people. We need them. Those are really good paying jobs. And the biggest obstacle for a lot of them is that startup cost. Like when you first go into being an electrician, there's a scholarship in here, and it's a memorial scholarship, the IBEW 146 Electrician Apprenticeship Scholarship. Miss Connie Mitchell is putting that on. They help you pay for books and tools.
It's what else
Those
is
are
the cost?
expensive.
Right? That's
Yeah,
like a big part of the cost.
That's huge. So if we can help boost one student, if you can get one student that may have thought that they didn't have a chance, we're going to help you. So we are going to be manning tables. We're going to behave. We work with Kayla Archibald at the high school.
Okay.
She's the guidance counselor. We will send her a list. She's going to make little table placards. She's going to decorate the tables. The people that come to represent their scholarship can decorate their table however they want. We just ask that they provide 50 copies, paper copies. And if you want to make a QR code, do that too. I mean, there's just so many opportunities out there. So we're curious. We had a good discussion the other day about how much the total money is that we're in scholarships. And I think they said, and don't quote me, but I believe that Matt Hutchins said last year at Scholarship Awards Night, it was like 1.4 million or something crazy, some crazy number, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So,
we'll take your estimate right there. I'm sure it was
it's just an estimate. It's a guesstimate.
It was up, and these numbers really get up there with the lengthy list like that. You're telling me representatives from each of those scholarship opportunities will be there to present their opportunity. If you got questions, you can ask them right there.
Yep. And if you are not able to attend, but you want to have your scholarship represented, we'll sit there for you.
Yeah.
I usually
Great.
do 2 or 3 myself.
Wow.
And that's where Elizabeth comes in too.
That's really great. I don't want to ask you to read off all of them right there, but do you want to read off a few right there? You don't want to single anybody out, but
Yeah.
but there seems to be some cool ones on there.
There's a lot of community scholarships. There's a Lincoln Land Community College Foundation Scholarship.
Wow.
That one is pretty cool because if you apply for that one and you hit marks for other scholarships that they may have access to, you can then be filtered down there and you could end up with tons of scholarships. Christian County Ag Group, Alec Myers is coming, and he's also going to be representing the Farm Bureau Foundation Scholarship. We have quite a few banks that are bringing them. We have, again, those trade scholarships are neat. There's a couple that I'm still going to reach out to today that we're going to reach out to. Community service scholarships. The Kiwanis Club has great scholarships. Scotty Kennelly, friend of the youth, Mr. Adam Books will be there representing that one. And I talked to him yesterday about this. I remember when we first started, that was 10 years ago. He was CEO. We were brand new as CEO. I feel like in the startup process of that, we were somewhere in there. Maybe it was that first couple of years, but no, we're 10 years later and now here he is with this group. So
Awesome.
it's just neat to watch. It's neat to watch it grow. It's neat to bring it to the people of the high school and to help the kids and help the parents.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. This is February 9th we're talking about right now for the Scholarship Awareness Day. It's at Taylorville High School, and this is going to be the who's who of scholarships out here and so many opportunities for seniors.
And it's really great. So when you talk to other people from other areas, we want to see this grow to other communities. Like I've talked to quite a few people that said, we didn't have that. Well, we didn't have that before we started talking about this.
Right.
And you just have that discussion and see if it works, and it's stuck and it's great. So I want to reach out to other communities and be like, hey, here's the model.
Totally. Yeah.
So you're from Naperville?
I went to Naperville High School. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of the scholarship opportunities that were available out there. We didn't have a day. We didn't have a day set aside where people would come in and let us know about them. It kind of all felt like it was behind the scenes. This is so above board. I feel like we're talking about these scholarships. And if you're a senior at Taylorville High School or anyone, you know about
You
these.
better. And actually, we were talking about what day we were going to have this. And I talked to Kayla. I think we used to do these on Thursdays. But she wanted to see if we could do it on a Friday, because then you're going to catch those students that might do Lincoln Land Community College too, and they won't have that opportunity or actually get to come talk to us if they're away. So we moved it to Friday. So we're looking forward to many discussions
Totally.
and lots of candy.
Totally. Yeah. You got to have the candy out to get them over the booth in the first place. And then, you got Kit Kats. Hopefully you got Kit Kats. That would draw
Kit
me
Kats,
over to the booth.
put that in there.
That's really awesome. I love the trade school. You're not forgetting about the kids that, 4-year university community
It's not
college.
for everybody.
It might not be for them. That's totally fine. We need people like tradespeople to get out there and have the proper training. This is really going to help some people out there.
It is. And if you think about it, Mr. Matt Bloomquist over at the high school, he has an excellent building trades program. He's
Yeah.
going to cultivate a lot of people that want to stay in that field, and we need them. Like when a tornado hits, what do you need?
You need builders.
You need builders.
Yeah.
You need that. And there is a lot of money to be made in there. I know it's hard work, but it's good to have people like that.
There's just like any job, there are specific people that are cut out for that line of work right there, and they're not being forgotten about. I'm sure those students right there are finding just a little bit of confidence in that. They're hearing all of this about scholarships, and immediately their mind goes to, well, I don't want to pursue an educational tract of some kind in a field. I want to learn a trade, and that could be totally fine. That could be a family thing right there. So what was the name of that? Was there a couple, or was there just one for the
Well,
trades?
this one was the IBEW 146 Electrician Apprentice Scholarship. Connie Mitchell founded that in memory of her son, Tanner. And then I know we're going through here. There's quite a few others, which I want to get a list out. But there's even one, Illinois Federation of Business and Professional Women. That's a couple years old. And that one's just really cool, too. There's just so many opportunities. Those foundation scholarships, I want you to really keep your eye on them if you're serious about school. And the advantage that we have is we have Lincoln Land Community College right here in our own community, and you can get your prereqs out of the way. Some kids are coming out of high school with almost their associates already. It's crazy,
I know.
but if we can help them make that next step and not come out of, here's the goal. You can come out of college in lots of debt, or you can help yourself a lot. If you do the hard work here and you spend, Elizabeth Hohenstein, I'll refer to her again. She said that they spent 4 hours on a Saturday applying, and you just have to do it.
Yeah.
Sit down, do it. And that could easily equate into $45,000 to help yourself.
You got to do the legwork now in your high school years. It seems like a long way off to where I'm going to be paying this off. It creeps up on you, and the hard work you did then pays off.
Yeah, and it's scary for a lot of kids. A lot of kids might not pursue that because they hear about debt, and that's just terrifying. Everyone's terrified of debt. I'm terrified of debt. But if you know that there's money out there that can help you, do it. The worst things are if they say no, you tried.
Yeah.
You tried. Move on to the next one. But apply for everything.
Without a doubt. We're talking about the Scholarship Awareness Day coming to Taylorville High School on February 9th. 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. If you're a junior or a senior, you want to be in the know on these scholarship opportunities.
Yep.
That's the place to be.
This is for the students. The students have to be proactive for themselves, not the parents. The parents will hear about it, hopefully, and then they'll be like, be there, do that, go up, just grab some. And if you just come through the lines and you take a scholarship for everything, and then you get to sit at home on that Saturday for 4 hours and sit down with your parent or yourself and fill them out, it's good. It's gold. But yeah, the school loves us. We love this. We'll be there at 10:30 to arrive. The lunch hours start at 10:45, and we hit them up 3 times. We have 3 opportunities.
Okay, awesome.
And we utilize them.
We're talking to Linda Allen right now, the Executive Director of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. There they go again, the Chamber of Commerce laying out some great opportunities for the people of Taylorville. We'll be right back here on the WTIM Morning Show. My name is Tim Zalabak, and you are listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
If you're like most people, finding extra money for your savings just doesn't happen. Hi, this is Mason Crow at People's Bank and Trust, and we have the solution you've been looking for. Sign up for our Save by Spending Roundup program, and we'll round up your purchases to the next dollar, then transfer that change to your savings account. It's as easy as shop, enjoy, and save. Start saving for things you really want with our Save by Spending Roundup program. Call 888-PBT-1954 and let us put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your Christian County Health Department has both COVID and flu vaccines available, and both high-dose and regular dose flu vaccines are in stock. You can get both the COVID and flu vaccine shots at the same time, and there are a handful of egg-free flu vaccines available. Call the Christian County Health Department now for your appointment at 217-824-4113. That's 824-4113. Your Christian County Health Department is always working for a healthier future.
Andy's Body Shop in Nokomis is proud of the education St. Louis Catholic School provides students in our community. That's why they're taking this time to salute St. Louis Catholic School during Catholic Schools Week. Morals, discipline, and responsibility are taught every day at St. Louis Catholic School. Andy's Auto Body in Nokomis is proud to acknowledge their contribution to our community during Catholic Schools Week.
Giacchino Automotive in Nokomis congratulates St. Louis Catholic School for the education it provides Nokomis students during Catholic Schools Week and year-round. Many community leaders came through St. Louis Catholic School, and Giacchino Automotive gives a hearty pat on the back to St. Louis Catholic School for a job well done.
Tisetti and Associates in Nokomis salutes St. Louis Catholic School for its contribution to the Nokomis community during Catholic School Week. Tisetti and Associates in Nokomis recognizes students, faculty, and administration for the moral values and discipline taught daily at St. Louis Catholic School to make tomorrow's leaders.
The many platforms of News Talk WTIM keep you up to date on the latest sports scores, sports interviews, and your calls on CBS Sports Radio overnights and weekends. From professional to college, from the latest drafts to the latest deals, plus all the scores every hour, CBS Sports Radio keeps you in the know on the air and online on the many platforms of the News Talk WTIM network. Tune in or click through for CBS Sports Radio overnights and weekends on News Talk WTIM.
Scott Primer here from Locust Grove Church near Assumption. We're spreading the good news of Christ in person and online. Come join our family or watch our video sermon podcast by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Schaefer Perfetti and the Sally Funeral Home, Taylorville's only locally owned and operated funeral home, honoring lives and celebrating memories. Find out about all the services they provide at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to WTIM, your information station. We are in the midst of the WTIM morning show with the executive director of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce, Linda Allen. It's been great so far. Let's thank our sponsors that make this show possible, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. Linda, there are some new members for the
There are
Greater
some new
Taylorville
members.
Chamber of Commerce. Let's hear about it.
There's always new members that come in the door. So this has been a busy week, busy couple of weeks. We've had many sit downs. I've had many conversations either online or in person on the phone. But we had a gentleman reach out to us who wants to open and grow his business, Mr. Mike Lorenzana. That name gave us a lot of anxiety spelling it. And you know what? It's not very hard once you just calm down. So he has M&J Concepts and Solutions. He's going to be doing residential home inspection. He's out of Kincaid. I know we have a serious need for that in Taylorville, so we're glad to welcome him.
Totally.
Another one that's really exciting is Pickering Place Vacation Rental.
Yeah.
So Linda Smith is she's an icon in this community. I mean, if you don't know Linda Smith, I don't know how you don't know Linda Smith, but you should know her. So she's retired. She took her mother-in-law, I believe, home and made it a place for families to come and stay and vacation. It's a beautiful, beautiful home out in Edinburgh, so it's up the street from everywhere. It's on the Verbo site. So having this discussion with her, I'm like, can we promote that? I don't know, it's their rules, and we can. So we did a blast about this yesterday. It's on our Facebook page. You can go to Verbo and click and find her information, and it's just a beautiful country home with beautiful views. I mean, just beautiful. If you want to get away for the day, not tell anyone, go stay there.
Is there an address to that one that people can look up? Or
Well, on the Verbo, let me see.
It'd be great to get a little view of that on Verbo if there's a address.
The property is 732 East 2100
Okay.
North Road, Edinburgh, Illinois.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
Who's next?
Another interesting one we had, Dr. Richard Treble. He came in and he has an approach for coaching that he wants to sell.
Okay.
And having these conversations with different people, it's very interesting. And his is about it's a mindset of things and how you can learn and change things. And we just sent something out on this, but it's going to be dynamic and immediate results for neuro-linguistic programming.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Neuro-linguistic program.
And he was talking about different ways people learn and take in things and retain knowledge. And if you're auditory, if you're, feely, whatever, you have to touch it, you have to see it, the different ways that, and I think that there are ways we can all improve. So why not try it?
Yeah, that's a great
So
service.
he's going to have information going out about that.
Awesome.
We have one that is a longtime member, an organization, Danzig Insurance, but they have a new, I guess, what is his title? Representative.
Sure.
Yeah. Mr. Eric Pearson is coming to Taylorville, take over that office. He'll be in there soon. We'll go and do ribbon cutting. It'll be great. I think there's just a lot of activity going on in Taylorville. We had the Shadow Box. I think I covered them, but I'm not very sure. But that one is really Keith and Shannon Boston. That's a neat little store in Taylorville. You can go shopping. It's resale. It's a not-for-profit resale shop. And then Kimmerer Village. I know I've talked about that. You just can't say enough about that. Every time I go and do research on that, you learn more.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't know they did that too.
Sure.
So all of those things are happening. Now we've got a couple of really exciting topics to touch on.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes. Let's hit them. We're talking Chili Fest. What do we need to know here?
So yesterday was the release date for the Chili Fest vendor form.
Okay.
And in the Chili Fest world, it's almost as crazy as pageant release day.
Oh, wow.
Like, hit the ground running. So Miss Elizabeth Hohenstein is our vendor chair for Chili Fest. She's been doing this for over 20 years. She has her own dedicated page that she has set up, and it is the Chambers, but she is the manager.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's Taylorville Chili Fest vendors. I'm showing you this page here. You have to go join it if you want to be a vendor at Chili Fest. She operates most things through there. You can download the form. Once you download the form, you're going to send it to us, and then we're going to send you a link, and then you can pay by credit card on your end, or you can send us a check, and there's no fee for that. So that's exciting. I think there's new rules put in place. If you're interested in being a vendor, go check out that page, read what she has to say. It's all there. We can take her thing this year was, I think we're taking up to 3 of the same item.
Okay.
So
Can we have an example of that? Yeah.
let's just say the funny one is Freestar Candy. Yeah. It popped up last year. I mean, we had 5 out the door, and we're like, what is Freestar Candy? Yeah. What is this? And I still have not tried it, but we're limiting it. We're limiting it to 3 just so that that person that is selling that product has a better share in the market. We're up to 2 as of 2:00 yesterday.
Wow.
So
2 freeze-dried candies?
Mhm,
Okay. Well,
We
there's
hit
a
that
spot for one more freeze-dried candy.
it's crazy. I want to
Linda,
try it.
We are already out of time. Can people go to your Facebook page to
Go
find
to our
us?
Facebook page for a lot of things
Love it.
in Taylorville Chamber. If you want to email us, taylorvillechamber@gmail.com. Our number is 824-4919.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here with
you.
us, Linda. That's Linda Allen, the Executive Director of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you all for listening.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
Has launched another attack on Houthi rebel targets in Yemen.